final idea is around regaining control. This is a time when we have a lot of anticipatory grief. It's a concept made very, not popular, but is certainly widely known through an academic called David Kessler, who's a grief specialist, if you will. And this anticipatory grief, this anticipating bad things to happen, is alive and well in many of us today. And the question is, how do we wrestle that and get back in control? Well, there's a few ideas. The first is to think about, in quite a dispassionate way, what is it that is in our control? And let's face it, there are plenty of things that are in our control. We can control sometimes our thoughts once we're aware. We can control the sort of food and sustenance that we put in our body. We can control the amount of time we spend at leisure versus work. We can choose and control to phone a friend or work longer. There are lots of things that are in our personal control. So by thinking about what are those things that we can control and trying to do more of those, often that is a really helpful thing. The second thing we can think about is, what is it that we can't control but we can influence? Maybe we can influence friends, maybe we can influence our colleagues, maybe we can influence our family members, etc., etc. We can't control them, but we can influence. And we can do what we can. We can help fit their mask, if you will, but we can't control. And the final thing is, we need to learn to accept. There are some things we all just need to accept. When is this going to end? What's the world going to be like when we get there? Will I have to make long-term changes to my lifestyle or my career? These are things we just don't know. And yet it's so easy for all of us, it's part of the human condition, to get swept up in this, ruminating and worrying and, again, getting carried away with the thoughts. And so there's a great opportunity to practice being aware and noticing those thoughts so you can cut them off or you can let them sail past, etc., etc. So regaining control often is in our control. So what is it that we need to get back in control? Maybe it's a plan. Maybe it's a conversation. Maybe it's making a list. Maybe it's recognizing, actually, I can't control this. I either have to influence this, or maybe it's something I have to accept. But to the extent that we can think about what we can control, influence, and accept, it allows us to let go of the things that we can't control.